Hey, Yvette, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, of course. I mean, you are the expert when it comes to making a room beautiful.
That's what I love to do.
I have been in a room where it's been 4 blank walls, cement,
And we could make it amazing.
and I come back literally 24, maybe if you sometimes get a blessing and they give you 3 days, and
Right.
it
That's
looks
a blessing.
like that.
Yeah. Most of the time we have about 8 hours. That's normal.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you guys have to stick around and take all that stuff back down again.
Everything. And everything's got to be folded and put away.
Now, you're called Dress My Walls.
Yes.
Okay, but you do way more than dressing a wall.
Yes, we do centerpieces, we do linen, chair covers, props, signage, anything that is needed.
Okay, so if somebody has a dream idea of what they want, are they restricted in colors? That are restricted in design, sizes? Does it matter if they're a little wedding or a major corporate event? Can you do any of it?
All of it. And I always tell people when it comes to colors, you know, when you buy a box of the Crayola box, all those colors, those are all the colors you got to choose from. So you can play with color.
Now, you and I don't pretend, you guys know I don't pretend like I don't know people. This woman is basically family. You have been there for us. I have called you at the 15th hour and said, Yvette, help, I don't know what to do. Because y'all don't even let me dress myself by myself. I'm not good at this. You are amazing. I have talked to you on the phone and you're running to LA because something is happening the next day and you need...
Do a turnaround.
Yeah. And
in
it's
and try it out.
nothing. And it's nothing to you.
You know, when you love what you do, it comes easy. And that's what comes easy to me. Anything else is a challenge.
So you can do the flowers. You
Yes.
can. So if someone comes to you, it's a wedding or something like that, or a bar mitzvah or an anniversary. They come to you. They sit down. They have a consultation. Is that how it works?
You know, sometimes it does. You know, some brides do that, but a lot of times it's so fast. I mean, like, I'm getting ready to do on Sunday a 18th birthday. I just landed that today. Did the proposal this morning. She called me, and when I leave here, I'm going to go meet her. And it's for Sunday setup.
Wow.
Yeah. So sometimes it's fast. You just got to be on it. They tell you what it is. And I've been very lucky that they let me run with it. Some of my clients, they know what they want, and I know what they want. So it's easy. And other times they're like, okay, well, I want everything all white, so I know what to do from there. You know, it just goes.
So what happens when they don't know? Because, I mean, there's
Then
been
I
many a
tell them
time.
Then I tell them what they want.
Okay. Because there's been many a times I've come to you and said, I want this, but I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah,
and you say, this is what that looks like.
Yeah, you know, you just come up with it when you're given what it's for. It may it be for a memorial, may it be for a wedding, whatever it is, you come up with it instantly. Because, you know, when you have a warehouse that's full of stuff, tons of inventory, there's not a ballroom that I can't drape. Not
And
here,
you
not
have
there.
a warehouse that's full
Yes.
of inventory.
Yeah.
But you do events outside of Vegas?
Yes, I do. We
So
go
you guys
everywhere.
will travel.
Absolutely.
Now, what if somebody wanted you to be a consultant?
Absolutely, I've done that too.
You'll come to New York or LA or
Yeah.
wherever and be a consultant for their
Just did
event
one
as well.
in Puerto Rico. At the Four Seasons. Just came in for John Deere.
She didn't take
and
me.
presented.
I didn't go.
5 days on the beach.
Woo! See, I didn't go.
It was
Okay.
wonderful.
But tell me this. I'm very creative when it comes to computer stuff.
Right.
I can create shows. I can do all that. I cannot look at a blank room and visualize all the way down to the placement card. But you can.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? You didn't just wake up one day and you could do it, did you?
You know, I've always loved to do this. This wasn't what I used to do before I started this. I used to be a legal secretary. But I would always do all my friends' parties for fun. I would, oh, let me do your wedding. Oh, let me do your birthday. And I did it just for fun, never charged, until I moved out here and went to work for an event company, and it started from there.
So you're a living testament to doing what you really are passionate about and figuring out how to make money from it.
You know, and it was funny because when I moved out here from LA, I was at the point I stayed at home with my daughter for the first 3 years, and then it was like, okay, it's time to go back to work now. We ran out of money. We got to go back. And I remember seeing Oprah's show, and because I was trying to decide what was it what I wanted to do, because I had gone and applied to some of the law firms out here. And when they told me what I was going to make, I was like, well, that must be for a part-time. I'm
it's a
bilingual,
little different than
speak and read it and
California.
write it.
Right.
You know, because of how much I made before. So that was hard. And it's so funny because I was like, okay, I'm watching this show, and Oprah said something. She says, what is it what you're willing to do that you do for free? You know, when you get to that past 30 years old, what do you want? What's your passion? And I was like, parties. And it was so funny because I ended up doing a friend of mine's wedding that she was coming out here from LA. And I did her wedding, and her husband, and now husband, I had a best friend that owned an event company. I did her whole party, and he walks in and he says, wait a minute, what company did you hire? I got a company. He says, nah, Shami's friend did it.
Wow.
And he came over and introduced himself to me, and he said, who do you work for? And I'm like, looking for a job.
And that's how you started.
That's how I started.
So if somebody's watching, because that's what the show's all about, is experts sharing their expertise. If somebody's watching and they want to get started on a business like this, or just working for a business like this, how do you start?
I think you basically, here in Vegas, it's who you know. I mean, it's easy to get in. There's a lot of, you got to start at the bottom. I started with that company. I was talking mess about what I was going to make. I went to work for minimum wage back in the day.
Wow.
Horrible. But he taught me so much. I was loading trucks, unloading. He taught me how to drive a big truck, a little truck, setting up and down on the ladder. So you start there, the setups, the tear downs. And if you get past that and you start seeing it start coming together, it flows. If it's in you, it's going to flow. It comes out.
How important are connections? Because if you're doing a wedding and you're doing the design, are you also connected with the baker that's doing the cake? Are you connected with
absolutely
everyone else that's a part of that event?
Yes.
Do you all know each other?
Yes. Here in Vegas, it's a small town and everybody knows everybody. I've been doing this for so long. I've been in this business for 25 years now. So I know a lot of people in this business, this is now my second company. And everybody knows everybody. So it's a small town.
Is that important to survive?
Very important.
Okay.
You gotta, build relationships. That's all it's about. Because believe it or not, when you work in one of the hotels and the coordinators you work with, they leave those jobs and go to another hotel. Now guess what? They take you with them. So I've traveled through every hotel, sometimes following one person. So it's interesting.
Now, when somebody immediately sees something like that, the first thing they'll say is, oh, is she an event planner? They don't understand what an event planner does, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how would I describe what it is that you do?
I do the planning. I also do the decor. A lot of times in the event industry, you have to do a little bit of everything because you never know what the client is going to need. A lot of event companies now, I remember before, if you want to drape, you call the drape company. If you call linen, you call the linen company. Now, a lot of the companies are doing a little bit of everything. Sometimes they shouldn't get in every lane, because you want to stay where you're really, really good. It's the drapes. I can do everything else, but the drapes, because there's nobody that has the quantity and the quality of drapes that I have. My drapes are very different from everybody else. Everybody does the pocket drapes. Mine's are completely pleated. You never see a fold. Very different.
That's why I dress my walls.
Yeah. And I can go up to 25 feet up in the air with my drapes. That's how tall. It's easy.
That's amazing. So if somebody wanted to start Dress My Walls Chicago, would you consider that? Would you?
Everything is always a possibility, yes.
That is awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, we're just getting started with the show. We just started this a few weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So
Thank you, honey. And you have so much knowledge. And you and I have been talking about for years figuring out a way to do a virtual version of you. And now we have the vehicle to do it.
Okay.
So all I got to do now is get you regularly on the camera.
Okay, I'm getting better at it.
Getting better at it. You guys don't know, but getting her here is a miracle in itself. Okay.
I'm going to do the event
I can do amazing things. Put me in front of a camera, just changes the whole thing.
Yeah, make me design a room.
Yeah, I could do
You'd
that.
be out of business if you had me do your room. You notice my room is gray and black.
Right.
Yeah, there's not a piece of color in here. But anyway, I thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
We are going to have so much fun.
Yes.
We love you. You know we do.
Love you back, and I'm so proud and happy
Thank
for you.
If you guys have a special event coming up, birthdays, anniversaries, corporate events, weddings, Yvette is who you want to call. Dress My Walls. The number's been flashing back and forth. Get in touch. You guys know who I am. I'm Tigo. Sit right there. We'll be right back.
Thank you.